Okay, your next test is going to be on Tuesday or Wednesday. I haven't quite decided of next week. This is a little review for it. So Tuesday or Wednesday. There's 7 problems to it, and here's kind of what they're like. The first thing is something you should know how to do, okay? The y and the x are on opposite sides, so if I have to graph that, I'm going to graph it by finding the slope and the y-intercept. So slope, you have negative 4 over 1, and our y-intercept is negative 2, okay? So the y-intercept, I go down 2, so I stay in the middle and go down 2. And then negative 4, 1, so I go down 4 and right 1, okay? So from this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, right 1. Okay, so there's my line. And now for the second line, this time they're on the same side, the x and the y are. So I want to set up my double zero table so that I'm able to find the x, the y-intercept, and the x-intercept. So I write 2x plus negative 4y equals negative 16, and then 2x plus negative 4y equals negative 16. Okay, so I know that the x is 0. You can eliminate 2x from the equation. And I know the y is 0, so I dot the negative 4 and divide. So that's positive 4. Okay. Now if the y is 0, we eliminate the negative 4y from the equation, and I can dot the 2, and I divide by 2. And negative 16 divided by 2 is negative 8. Okay, so due to the fact that x is 0, we're going to stay and then go up 4. And then negative 8. Remember, the x is always right to left, so this is left, and that's stay. Okay, so I stay and go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I go left 8 and stay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's the 2 points that formulate the line. Okay, the next page, 3, 4, and 5. Write an equation with the following information. Write an equation means on all 3 of these, you put equals. You always put y in front. You got to do it like that. And then blank x plus blank. Blank x plus blank. Blank x plus blank. Okay, so and that's the m, that's the b. That's the m, that's the b, that's the m, that's b. You got to know how to set that up. These are the answers. You got to find what goes in for the m and what goes in for the b. Okay, so first off, I need to know m and I need to know b. Well, this problem's super easy because I already know it. M is always the slope, which is negative 4. And b is called the y-intercept, and that's 6, okay? So y equals negative 4x plus 6 is the answer to that problem. Really easy. Okay, so I need to find the m, and I need to find the b. Now, m is the slope, negative 4. That's easy enough. But they do not tell us the b. They do not give me the y-intercept. So I need to use what I always use for b, and that's y equals m dot x plus b. Okay, so I need to scribble out the y, the m, and the x. So the m, so again, 3 is my y. It's the only y I know of. Okay, m is from over here, this negative 4, times, and then the x is going to be the negative 1. Okay? And by the way, on some years I wrote given because that means they told you what needed to go there. So I drop the equals and I say, okay, what's over here? 3. Over here I need to be doing something. I need to take negative 4 times negative 1, and that's positive 4. Okay? Plus b. Now you need to put a 1 in front of the b so it has a number in front, dot it. And so you know what you need to do with that 4. Now the 4 doesn't have a sign. If it does not have a sign, you minus it. Okay? So I drop the equals. I have -1. Now don't divide here because having the 1 as your dot means you don't have to divide. You just write the b down. Okay, so -1. Answer. Okay, next one. I have to find the m and I have to find the b. I didn't give you a lot of workspace here. Okay, this time they didn't even tell us the slope. Okay, so y minus y, x minus x. Okay, so minus minus, that's how I find the slope or the m if I don't know it. So I take -5, 1. These are the y's right here. Those have to go on top. And then the x is on bottom, so 10, -5. So -5 minus 1 is -6. Now with these two negatives kind of right back to back, we make it plus plus, and 10 plus 5 is 15. Now I need to divide. I need to take -6 divided by 15, and that's going to be -0.4. Okay. Okay, and then the b, when I don't know what the b is, when they don't tell me the y-intercept, I use y equals m dot x plus b. Okay, so I need to get rid of the y, the m, and the x so I can put numbers in for them. So we're going to pick, and when you do this, you want to pick the x and y from the same parentheses. Okay, so that was a y. Well, I need to put a 1 there then. The m comes from over here. I ended up with -0.4. Dot, and then the x needs to be the -5. So I drop the equals and I have 1. So -0.4 times -5 is +2. Plus b, then we put a 1 in front of the b, dot it, and circle it. So I need to get rid of this 2. Now it has no sign, so we're automatically going to minus it. Okay. So 1 minus 2 is -1. Again, you can now ignore the 1 that's connected by the dot because that's just b. You don't have to divide if there's a 1 there. You already know what it is. It's -1. Okay, now you have a couple story problems. They go pretty quick if you know what you're doing. A golf course has a $100 registration fee, and that's a Y above that, along with $10 per round of golf. How much will 8 rounds cost? Okay, so I've got dollars and rounds. You need to do this so you have a key, so when you get down here, you're not all screwed up. Simple as that. So I know that the Y is the money. Okay, I even put that there. And I know that X is the rounds. Okay, so when I do my per, the Y has to go on top, dollars per round. Well, the dollars per round is $10. Okay, then I go set up my line. It goes Y, X, Y. Okay, so we know the dollars per round of 10 goes here because the $10 is being paid times the number of rounds, which is X. Now, before the $10, we know we had 100, okay? So 100 goes here. So I write 100 plus 10X equals Y. Now go cross 100 out and cross 10 out. You have one number remaining. It's 8. Its label is rounds, so 8 rounds. That's got to go in for X or Y, one of the two. Well, rounds is X, so you're going to put it in for X. I'm going to put an X above it. So go find the X in the equation. It's right here. There's a 10 in front of it, so I want to separate it from the 10 and put an 8 right there. Equals, what do I have over there? I just have a Y. Over on the other side, I have 100 plus 10 parentheses 8. Now, this is the letter I'm left with. It's already separated, so I just punch that into the calculator. 100 plus 10 times 8. That gives you 180, okay? So So the cost for 8 rounds is $180. Again, you have to have this first box so that you know what to do down here, okay? Okay, Dance Academy charges a registration fee of $15. It also charges $24 per class. A student paid a total of $687. Find the number of classes the student took. Okay, so definitely want all the boxes. You want to make that kind of big. Okay, these two can be kind of tiny. That one needs to be big. So I've got dollars in classes. Okay, classes is X and dollars is Y. Okay. Now per, put the dollars on top, per class on the bottom. And the dollars per class is $24. That would be, in a regular problem, that would be known as a slope. So X comma Y, and it's always going to be plus right here. Don't forget that, okay? What am I doing here? Okay, sorry, just a line, and it's Y, X, Y. Sorry, that's what you should do. So I put the $24 in front of the X, and we need to replace the first Y with the starting amount of money before the $24 per class, which we know is $15. Okay? So my equation will be $15 plus 24X, and then Y. Now cross out 15 and 24. And there's one value remaining, and that's 687. Its label is dollars. So since the label is dollars, dollars is Y, so that's got to go in for Y, okay? So we need to scribble out the Y and put 687. Now I drop the equals. Over here you got 687. And over here you still got 15 plus 24X. Now here's the letter we're left with, okay? It's not isolated like that was up there, okay? I need to separate it, so I put a times dot and circle it. Got this 15 here. We need to subtract 15 from both sides from the 687, okay? And we have 24.x, and that's going to be 672. Now I just divide. And 672 divided by 24 is 28. So there's my answer. Okay, we're going to work more on that next week.